With us, Jamie Cox, managing partner at Harris Financial Group. Jamie, I got a real kick out of the notes I got from you because it's been a long time since I've seen someone so plain spoken about the AI bubble and whether it's there or not. Can we start with that?
Sure. That's a Happy New Year. People have been talking about AI bubble for the last couple of months. I mean, it's even been on 60 Minutes. What people are paying attention to, they're trying to relate it to the 1990s when there was no earnings growth. There was no underlying, fundamentals that supported the stocks that were being run up. What you have now is a completely different situation. You have a situation where the companies that are investing in the infrastructure, they actually have the earnings growth and the capital to support that investment. And also the largest tech companies right now are doing the investment to try to crowd out and make sure that none of the smaller players actually get a foothold and actually take over and gain market share from them. So it's a completely different situation. And so we're not yet in a bubble. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be one in some future state. But what we don't see are some of the markers that typically define bubbles. Like we haven't seen any of the typical or the privately held companies come to IPO yet. These are typical signs that you see, after when you see before there's a bubble. What we're going to see next year, I think, is some of these companies come to market. And I think what you will see is you'll start to see clarity where you actually you'll get to digest and understand some of the fundamental financial information coming from these companies as they report. And that will really fuel, I believe, and actually more growth in these tech companies. I actually think we're probably just at the precipice of it actually happening.
What do you think fuels the opportunity for the smaller guys, the guys that, the big guys are trying to keep out? And do you think that some of the big guys that are right now private go public next year? Are we going to see more IPOs for OpenAI or Anthropic?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what will happen, but I assume that you're going to start to see them come public. And the reason is because they really do need to legitimize themselves. And going public will do that. In addition, there have been so many, reports of, electricity deficiencies and the infrastructure play. And what I notice is that investors tend to overestimate the ability for the infrastructure in terms of investment, but underestimate the software portion of it. That's what's really going to define the moment for us is what comes next. What's happening right now with NVIDIA and some of the infrastructure plays. There's plenty of money to be made there, but the real money to be made is what the productivity enhancements. We all know this. This is not something that's brand new. It's not in the market. We just haven't seen it yet, but we're going to. And if you look at the economic data that's been released in the past couple of months, one of the things that gives me the greatest sort of hope is we're starting to see some increase in gross domestic income. And if productivity growth picks up, that will legitimize the AI enhancement piece of this productivity wave. And that's going to create a lot of value for investors over time. And I think that's where people need to pay close attention. And it's not just going to be with the largest tech companies. It's going to be very broad-based. It's going to enhance the earnings potential of many companies in many sectors, industrials, financials, and others.